Om Ananta Samsara Samudratara Naukayitabhyam Guru Bhaktidabhyam Vairagya Samrajya Tapujanabhyam Namo Namasri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namasri Guru Padukabhyam Om Sri Matre Namaha Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Today, like Karunaji mentioned, Gurudev's Jayanti, our Swami Chinmayananda. So that is very auspicious day today. We are doing the Shivananda Lahari, which is really good. And Shiva is the Adi Guru. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Like that we chant. So that's why we are thinking about all the Gurus. And now with this, we are going to enter into Shivananda Lahari. Shivananda Lahari is written by Adi Shankaracharya, again our Guru. And then 100 shlokas are there. Today we are going to do 37th shloka, 37. Amnayam buddhi madarena sumana sangha samudyanmano mandhanam druda bhakti rajju sahitam krutva madhitva tataha somam kalpatarum suparvasurabhim Chintaamanim dhimatam nityananda sudham nirantararama saubhagyamathanvate. This is again another beautiful shloka. We have this one is giving the analogy. Ksheerasagara Mathanam, a very, very famous episode, Ghattam in Bhagavatam. Everybody knows, very much familiar. In that Ksheerasagara Madhanam, churning of milky ocean, all the Devatas and Danavas were churning. And then so many good things emerged. Kamadhenu, Kalpataru, Chandrama, Lakshmi Devi, and then Dhanvantari, Amrutam, nectar. And then all the positivity with that, and most poison also came. Dangerous one, poison. Then all the gods worshipped Lord Shiva, and Shiva drank that poison. That is why we saw it in earlier shlokas. He got Shrikantha, Neelakantha, Garalakantha, Kalakantha. Like that, so many names have come with one incident, one ghattam. That's how God is. With one, so many names comes. And the nameless has so many names. Formless took the form for us. Sadhakanam hitardhaya brahmano rupa kalpana. For well-being of everybody, all people, everybody, Bhagavan takes up the forms. Daivam manusha rupena, that's what it is said. Even otherwise, he sends people. So that is what it is. And now we have seen that the story also, you are all very much familiar. There is no need to go into the story. This is like analogy. What happened there? Everything because of the churning of the Milky Ocean. So many things came out. Here also, same thing. Churning of something. Then all the things will come out. Then let us analyze the shloka. Let us see what is the churning thing, and what is the churning rod, and what is the churning rope. All of them has to be there. There, Mandhara Parvatam. Vasuki as the churning the rope. Churning rod was Mandhara Parvatam. Now, here is the Amnayam Buddhi Madarena. Amnaya means all the Vedas, Shastras, all the scriptures. Adarena means focusing mind, following the instructions from the Guru. Especially today is Gurudev's Jayanti, our Swami Chinmayananda, following his instructions. Whatever he taught, Guru Parampara taught us, all the Shastras. That is what Amnayam Buddhi Madarena. that has to be churned, means Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam, not like listening to the scriptures. Listening, first step, Shravanam. Manana means understanding them, reflecting on this, whatever we learned, understanding and reflecting on them. And then abidance in them, following it. That's why Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. That's what we need to do. Not that taking up all the books and churning, sitting down and churning. Nothing will happen. Only the book gets destroyed. That's all. First listen from the good. That's why Adarena. That's why Bhagavan Shankaracharya knows with faith, with love. That is why Shraddhavan Labhate Jnanam. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Samshayatma Vinashyati. Whoever is doubtful always perishes. Not here and hereafter also. There is no goodness because he is always doubting master. Is it going to happen? Is it true or not? Whole life is gone. Somewhere we have to have the conviction. Yes, gurus have walked in this path. Mahanubhavas, great people have walked this path, tested, and then they are declaring that. Shastras are like that. So that is why all the Vedas, all the Puranas, all of them. That's why Amnayam Buddhi Madarena. Then even Puranas also, let us say, so many Ashtadasha Puranas are there, 18 Puranas, 18 Upapuranas. Then how do I know all those? That's why our people used to give all this teaching in very small capsule format. I will tell you how easy and simple way they used to teach. The olden days, they did not have recordings or Zoom or anything. Only their mind is there sharp, and they used to collect like hard drive. And then they used to teach in shloka format, in capsule format. Those shlokas they used to memorize. Then everything used to come. For Ashtadasha Puranas, I will give you small shloka. It's not that I invented. Our gurus are given this. Our great masters have done this. And then gave you shloka, beautiful shloka. Madvayam, Bhadvayam, Chaiva, Bratrayam, Vachetushtayam, Anapalinga Kuskani, Puranani Pruthak Pruthak. So that is the shlokam. Now what is this Madvayam? Starting with the letter.
Somebody moved to.
Oh, maybe it's in our house. Kids are screaming. This is the peak time for them. Are you able to hear the screaming? Okay, there are 3 boys, so fighting and playing, all that. Playing is fighting here. Okay. Madvayam, letter Ma starting 2, like 2 Puranas, Madvayam, that is why. Matsya Puranam, Markandeya Puranam. That is why it is very easy to remember. And now Bhadvayam, letter Bha, yes, two of them. They are Bhagavata Puranam, Bhavishyat Puranam. And then Bratrayam, 3 of them starting with Bra, letter Bra. Brahmanda Puranam, Brahma Puranam, Brahma Vaivarta Puranam, 3 of them. And then Va Chatushtayam, letter Va, there are 4 Puranas. Vayu Puranam, Vamana Puranam, Vishnu Puranam, and then Vayu, Vamana, Varaha and Vishnu Purana, Varaha Purana, like that. So now this is the easiest. Madvayam, Bhadvayam, Bratrayam, Vachatushtayam. Each letter they are giving the number 2 and 3 and 4 like that. And some of them only 1. That is why Anapalinga Kuskani. A means Agni Puranam. Na means Narada Puranam. Pa Padma Puranam. Lim Linga Puranam. Anapa Linga Ga Garuda Puranam. Ku ante Kurma Puranam. Ska Skanda Puranam. Like that they used to teach. Puranan is Prudhak Prudhak. There are varieties of Puranas. See now how easy to remember this one. Otherwise, if we remember, we say one, other one we'll forget. It's our story, all of us. So that is why Madvayam, Bhadvayam, Chaiva, Pratrayam, Vachatushtayam, Anapalinga Kuskani, Puranani, Prudhak Prudhak. So that's why all the Puranas, Shastras, Vedas, and all of them, they used to churning. That is why Amnayam Buddhi Madarena. And who is this doing this churning there? Devatas and Rakshasas did the Milky Ocean churning. But here, Sumana Sangha. Sumana Sangha. Sumanaha means all the whoever has a purified mind. They only attend the satsangs. They only read the scriptures. Whoever has the purified mind. Otherwise, what they always think about bombing other people, or fighting, quarreling, or always how can I destroy other people? How can I destroy other nation? Like that they think. That's what we are seeing even right now, the present moment. We all know. So that is why only Sumanaha means whoever is interested in Shastras, they are called Sumanaha Sangha. All the people together, they come together. How the negative people will come together, same way positive people will come. Always positive is less, number is in less, and they are not, unification is less. They are not united. Negative people get united very easily, very strong. Their number is also more. I will give you a small example. Why? Even for us also, whenever there is negativity or gossip, we are very curious. Isn't it true? We love to spread without our knowledge. Oh, you know what? Right away we call or text or WhatsApp, send message. That's the human nature. We built this for so many years. That shloka will come later, 39th. So that is why it is human tendency. So always, let us say, for example, 10 people coming for gathering. Everything is good. Everything, if 9 people praised. Wow, excellent. Anything. Your dress is good, or jewelry is good, or food, whatever is the circumstance. And your pravachan is good. But one person says, depends on the event, or food, or pravachan, or music, whatever it is. If one person says it's not very good or something, one negative comment, we remember that more than these positive comments. Isn't it true? So that's what happens. That's what our human nature. So that is why Sumana, that's why I'm elaborating all these points are very useful points for us. Sumanaha Sangha means exactly positive people. Even Pandavas are only 5. Kauravas are, number is 100. But here they have the Bhagavan with them. That is why here Amnayam Buddhi Madarena. They have the scriptures with them. They have the Bhagavan is with them. They have the goodness is with them. Positivity is with them. They are the ones who are churning, listening. Sumana Sangha. Samudyan Mano Mandhanam. Where they are doing this Mandhanam? In their mind. Like before we talked about it, not the real scriptures physically, but in their mind, whatever heard, understood, reflected, all those, they are churning in their mind. They are called Sumanaha, purified mind, purified intellect. That's what Sumanaha. And then how they are doing, because remember, there is a rope. Vasuki is the rope. That Kshirasagara Mathanam Ghattam. This is our comparison, our analogy, our example. We can use any word. We have to bring that. There, here, Druda Bhakti Rajju Sahitam. Rajju means rope. Druda Bhakti. Not only churning of all the Shastras, they have the great devotion. Druda Bhakti, using that Druda Bhakti, conviction, great devotion as a rope, they are churning in their own mind. See how easy it is. Even we are in the crowd, even we are with the people, we can do this all alone. But we have to have that Shastras as our anchoring point. Guru Bodha as anchoring point. Then only we can do this. Druda Bhakti Rajju Sahitam Krutva Madhitva. They have done the churning. First, using as all the scriptures as churning in their mind, they churn. And then Druda Bhakti as the churning rod. And then the churned means that churning rod is Madhitvam. In their mind, Madhitva, Krutva Madhitva, Tataha. Then what happens? This is the result now, third and fourth line. What happens now? Somam. First thing is Somam. Somam means Chandrama appeared there. You all know the story. That's why I'm not going into the story. Chandrama appeared. That there. Here also Somam. Here Saha Vuma. When they churned these Shastras with Guru Bodha, what happens? Sa Vuma. Vuma. Vumaya saha vartate. Vumaya saha vartate. With Mother Vuma. With Parvati Devi. Shiva appears. There Chandrama. Here Soma means with Vuma, Mother Parvati Mata. Shiva appears, reveals in their heart. Who is already in their heart? He reveals himself. Means for our common language, I'm using the word appears. That is why easy to connect. So appears Somam. That is what first happens. Vuma means Vuma is the Brahma Vidya Swarupini. Kenopanishad says, Vuma Haimavati Bahushobhamanam. Vuma means Brahma Vidya Swarupini. That's what Somam, first thing. Then Kalpatarum. Kalpatarum means divine tree. There Kalpatarum, divine tree comes. Here also that is Kalpataru means nothing but our Lord Shiva. Bhagavan is not only wish fulfilling tree, he is also our well-wisher. Whatever is good for us, he will give to us. He gives to us. Whatever is good at the right time, right moment, he gives to us. Not whatever we want. Bhagavan knows because he is Sarvagya, all knower. And he is indweller. He is inside. Atma Ramaha, we say. Because he is in our heart. He knows everything. He gives everything in perfect time. Kalpatarum. And Suparva Surabhim. This is the divine cow. That is Kamadhenu. Bhagavan is also, he is fulfilling not only tree, he is the cow. That's what even Bhagavad Gita Jnana Sloka says. Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopala nandanaha pardho vatsas sudhir bhokta dugdham gitamrutam mahatum. All the Upanishads are cows. And milkman is nothing but Lord Krishna. And who is taking the calf is nothing but Arjuna. And all the milk is all the essence of all the Shastras. Here also that Kamadhenu is nothing but Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva appears here. Suparva Surabhim. Then Chintamanim. There also Chintamani came. Here also Chintamanim. This is a precious jewel. All the worries will be gone. Worryful nature. Chinta means all the worries. First meaning. Second meaning, whatever we think about, it will manifest. Even everybody is talking about, even in the secret book, very famous New York bestseller, it says, whatever if you think, it will manifest. That is our Rishis said already. The reason I brought up this is you can connect it easily. That's why I brought up that point, that secret book. But whatever you think about it, it will manifest. Even if we say that in our day-to-day life, I was thinking about you. You just called. I was thinking about you, texted me. Isn't it true? That happens. And then that's what Chintamani. All the worries will be gone. Whatever we think, it will happen, manifest. Sumanaha means purified people think about Lord only. That's why Lord appears in their heart. Chintamani. Dhimatam. That is why these person are called Dhirulu, Dhimatam. Dhirulu means whoever follows that Guru's instructions, whatever they follows, Shastras. And then Nityananda Sudham. They feel always happy. There also Sudha means Amrutam, nectar came out. That is why both that in the story, in the analogy also, Sudha means nectar appeared. Dhanvantari comes out with that nectar. Here also Nityananda Sudham. They feel joy. Ocean of joy comes out. According to yoga, that path, they say all the 72,000 nadis will get immersed in this happiness, in this joy, in this bliss. Means whole body gets amruta rasamto tadisipotundi. Adi. So Nityananda rasam, Nityananda sudham. They feel very, very happy. Nandati nandati nandatchenam bhajagovindam. Always blissful. They enjoy everything. They share the enjoyment with everybody. They are in blissful state. Then Nirantara Rama Saubhagya Matanvate. That is what Nirantara Rama means. There also Lakshmi Devi appeared, emerged from the churning of the Milky Ocean. That is why we call Chandra Sahodari. That's why Chandrama appeared and Lakshmi Devi appeared. Rama means Lakshmi Devi. Then here also Nirantara Rama Saubhagyam means Moksha Lakshmi. Moksha Lakshmi means they attain liberation. If all the shlokas, it takes us to the Tattvam. Tattvam means essential nature, that essential thing, our true nature, all the shlokas. That is with giving the small meanings in the small words, all of them, Bhagavan takes us to the Tattvam, reveals our true nature. Nityananda Sudham, then Nirantara Saubhagyam. Saubhagyam means that is Moksha Lakshmi. Self-realized people. They know who they are. Who am I? Inquiry. All these shlokas. And then Atanvante means obtain. They will know. They are called Dhimatam. They are called Sumanaha. Then this is the beautiful shloka. Shastra Saram. Nityanandam. Then Satyanandam. Mokshanandam. That is the real Anandam. Nirantara. That is why Namas Somaya cha Rudraya cha. Rudra Namakam it says. Somaya cha means Saha Guma. Somaya means again Chandrama. That's why beautiful shloka. Always Adhyayanam and Alochana. Always have to study and then thinking about it. Adhyayanam and Alochana. Study and Alochana means thinking. Svadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pravaditavyam. Self-study and teaching. Whatever we learned, sharing with everybody. That is why whatever we have to share. Whether it's physical strength or mental strength, if you are strong mentally, share that. And then Shastras, even money, anything, we have to share. Otherwise, it will be stagnated. Whenever water gets stagnated, it will get foul smell. We all know that. That is why we have to share. Svadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Never underestimate. Taittiriya Upanishad says. That is why Adhyayanam, Swadhyayanam, self-study, importance of self-study. So this is what basically the whole essence of the shloka. We have covered elaborately. Each shloka we are taking up very elaborately because essence of all this is who am I inquiry. That is called taking us to the tattvam. Now this 37th is, the essence is using the Ksheerasagara Madhanam Ghattam. It comes in Bhagavatam, that episode. The shloka, everything as it is, it comes to the individual seeker. It has to. Cheruvu, WhatsApp video. So that's what it is. So now, Amnayam Buddhi Madarena Sumana Sangha Samudyanmano Mandhanam Drudha Bhakti Rajju Sahitam Krutva Madhitva Tataha Somam Kalpatarum Suparvasurabhim Chintaamanim Dhimatam Nityananda Sudham Niramtararama Saubhagyamathanvate. So that's what everybody, all the seekers should do the churning of the Shastras in their own mind using the devotion as the rope. And then Shiva appears with Mother Parvati Mata, and then he is our divine tree Kalpataru, and then he is Shiva with Parvati Mata, he is the divine cow, and he is the Chintamani, and he gives the Nityanandam, and then that is called Moksham. The individual seeker attains the Moksham, liberation. That is the essence of this shloka. Now, with this, we are going to enter into 38th shloka. 38. Let us chant together in the mute and let us analyze the shloka. Here are this one. Prapunyachala margadarshita sudha murti prasanna shiva soma satgana sevito mrugadharaha purnastamo mochakaha chetaha pushkara lakshito bhavati chet anandapadho nidhihi pragalbhyena vijrumbhate sumanasam vrittistada jayate. This is also again using the Chandrama. Chandrama, the physical Chandrama, whatever we see Chandrama, using that as analogy or metaphor or example, whatever exact word, Polikalaga cheptunnaranamata, Chandrama. Here also, our Chandrama here is nothing but Lord Shiva. That is why Somaha. That is why Somavaram, Monday, we do for Shiva. Soma again is a name for Chandrama. So that is why, then how do we attain this Somaha, Shivaha? With Parvati Mata. How? What do we need to do? Using the exactly like Chandrama. Let us do both ways. That Ksheerasagara Mathanam previous shloka, you knew the story. I did not have to really explain. Here, let us take up each one with using the 2 points, with the physical Chandrama point and then Lord Shiva point. How beautiful shloka. Let us see. First one, Prak Punyachala Margadarshita. First, I will use the Chandrama because it is very easy to connect and you all can see the Chandrama. Chandrama you can see very clearly in the sky. That's why it is. Now let us say Prak Punyachala. Prak means east side. Punya Achala, in the coming from east side, that Lord Shiva comes, not Shiva, that our Chandrama is coming from east side. Here, for how to get Lord Shiva in our heart, with Purva Punya Paripakam, means previous Punyam. Punyam means merits. We have to have a lot of Punyam. That is like Achalam means like Konda, mountain. Mountain of Punyam. Not like a bit. That much Punyam we need to have. Prak Punyachala Margadarshita. Means a lot of punya karma we must have done, we have to have. Then that Lord Shiva will come. Here the Chandrama is coming from east side of the mountain. That's what it is. And then Purva Punya Paripakam. Then what is the Punyam? Punyam means merit, everybody knows. Again, small shlokam is there. Punyasya phalamichanti punyam na kurvanti manavaha papasya phalam nechanti papam kurvanti yatnataha. Punyasya phalam ichanti. Everybody wants the results of the punyam. What is the results of punyam? Happiness, health, wealth, name, fame, and then progeny, all positivity, goodness. Everything is the punya, results of the punyam. What is the results of papam, sins? Is the disease, and then poverty, negativity, illness, all that, all the negativities. I don't need to elaborate, all that results of the sins. But nobody wants that. Everybody wants the results of the punyam. There is no doubt about it. But what happens? Punyam na kurvanti manavaha. But people don't want to do the punyam. They want the results of the punyam, the merits, but people are not interested in doing the punyam. Of course, you are not in that category, but majority, we are in top 2%. That's rest of the people, 98% of the people, they are not interested in doing the punyam. Punyam na kurvanti manavaha. Papasya phalam na ichanti. Nobody wants the results of the papam. But papam kurvanti yatnataha. As though somebody is propelling them, as though somebody is pushing them, they are doing the sins. That is what it is. That is what the human being's nature. That's why beautiful shloka is given in our scriptures. And then this question also, Arjuna had the same question. In Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, Bhagavan, he asked Bhagavan, but that will take up later, depends on our time. First, I want to see this shlokam. Let us see. First, to get this Shiva, we need the Prak Punyachala Margadarshita. We have to have the mountain of the Punyam. Already we have the lot of merits, Punyam. Why? That's why we have this human birth. With 50-50, that's why we have this satsang also. That is also became to 70%. And then that is also every day, that is also 80% now. And then with our little bit Shravanam Mananam, it becomes above 90. Then we are in top 10%. See, that's why if we do not have Punyam, we will not get this human birth. So that is what we already have it. Now we have to make it better and better, make use of our human birth. That's why even Shankaracharya says in Viveka Chudamani, 3 things indeed very difficult. Durlabham trayame vaitat manushyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samsrayam. Manushyatvam, getting this human birth. Mumukshutvam, burning desire for liberation. Mahapurusha samsrayam, getting the great people, company of great people. Mahapurushas. Indeed, very rare and very difficult. So that is why we need to make use of all this every moment. That is why we already have some Prak Punyachala Marga. Then Bhagavan reveals. That is the first quality. Darshit. Sudha Murtihi. How is Bhagavan? Sudha Murtihi. Amrita Swarupudu. Their Chandrama point of view, he is Vennela Swarupudu. Vennela means Sudha. That is why that Vennela means luminous. That is why all the trees and the flowers, they take that Amrutam. That's why they bloom at night. Oshadhi Swarupudu, Chandrama. Medicinal, everything value. Here gives the Amrutam, means takes us to the liberation. Amrutam means immortality. That is called moksham. Every shloka is taking us to the who am I inquiry. That is called tattvam. Sudha Murtihi. Chandrama point of view, embodiment of Sudha. That is the Lord Shiva, and embodiment of Sudha there is Chandrama, Amrutam. Prasannaha, bright and clear. We can see moon very clearly, especially full moon day, bright and clear. Prasannaha. Here Lord Shiva is also, of course, Prasannaha. Always very prasannam, so much calm and peaceful. He wears all the, nobody wants those. He keeps them as ornament. But he himself embodiment of prasannaha. Shivaha, auspicious. That is what Shivaha, that is his name. And Somaha. Somaha we have seen earlier also. Soma means name of this Chandrama, and then Sa Vuma. Saha Vuma, Vuma mother. Saha Vuma. Shivaha Mangala Swarupudu, Somaha. There Somaha is Rasa Swarupudu, Chandrama. Here Saha Vuma. Amruteshwarudu, Shiva's name also. Satgana Sevito. There, Sadgana, there also, Chandrama is always surrounded by stars. That is why 27 stars Chandrama has. That is why birth star we call. 20, Ashwini, Bharani, Krittika, Mrugashira, Vishaka, Chitta, Anuradha, like that, Shatabhisha, Rohini, all the stars. 27 stars. Chandrama, Sadgana Sevito is surrounded by stars. Here Sadgana Sevito means Pramadha Ganas, Rushi Ganas, Deva Ganas, who Lord Shiva. Both of them simultaneously going. Pramadha Ganas, surrounded by all of them. See, here I remember getting one point in my mind. See, we do the 108 everything, charity or Ashtotaram and Japamala or Ashtotar Namavali. Why? Because we have, everybody is born in 27 stars. Any nakshatra, depends on the day, whatever it is, they, according to astrology, Jyotisha Sastram, everybody has a birth star. And each star has a 4 padas, means 4 quarters. So 27 times 4, that is 108. No matter where, whatever quarter we are born, whatever star we are born, may everything will be auspicious. May everything becomes auspicious. May everything become goodness to, brings goodness to us. That is why we do the 108. So that's what the significance of that. 108 charity or 108 Japamala or Ashtottara Shatanamavadi we say. But that's why everything is logical and systematic in our, according to our scriptures. Rishis have done this for well-being for all of us. They know that we are very limited and we have very limited time. That's why they tested all these and then made it everything easy, convenient for all of us. That is why Sadgana Sevito, Mrugadharaha. In Chandrama, there is a like a black spot. Whenever you see, you can see some people will say Shashidharaha, like as though it is looking like a rabbit or Mrugankudu. That's why we call Chandrama, that black spot. There, Mrugadharaha. That is why it looked like a lady, means deer. Here, Shiva also carrying a lady, Mrugadharaha. That is Shiva's name. Why significance of lady? The deer is representation for fickle mind, chanchalatvam, constantly moving. Eyes are constantly moving, constantly fearful. Both of them, Bhagavan takes it away. That is why he is holding the Mrugadharaha, that lady, deer. This is the symbolism behind. Take out the fickle mind, chanchalatvam, manaha, and then take out the fearfulness, fear in each individual. That is why Mrugadharaha, Purnaha. Bhagavan full moon day we call Paurnima. Every Paurnima we chant Soundara Lahari, our mothers, or Shivananda Lahari, or Mukha Panchashati or something. Worship of mother. Purnaha again, Bhagavan is Purnaha, embodiment of fullness. There is no lack in everything. He has Purnudu. That's why we say Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnameva Vasishyate. Don't think this is a conclusion is Shanti Patam. Don't think it is a conclusion. We still have some more time. So that is why Purnaha means everything is Purnam. Whatever comes from him, he is Purnam, Shiva, Purnaha. And whatever comes from him is Purnaha. Even if you take some out, still Purnaha is left. Everything is Purnam only. Everything is full only. Everything is whole only. It's nothing partial. Everything is whole, complete. And then abundance. Everything is abundance. That's what Purnaha. Full moon day with Chandrama. I hope you are seeing that parallelity, that simultaneously both of them are going. Tamo mochakaha. When the sun comes out, darkness gets dispelled. Even moonlight, we can see the path. Even we can see the letters. Full moon day, everything you can see. We can even sit down and read. And all the darkness get dispelled. Amavasya is not like that. But Purnima is, you can see everything. So that is why here Tamo Mochakaha means he dispels our darkness. Who? Lord Shiva. Ignorance. Darkness here is ignorance. Not knowing who am I. That is the ignorance here. Ajnanam or Tamo Gunam. Ajnanam. Ignorance. That is what Tamo Mochakaha. Then all this will happen. Chetaha Pushkara Lakshito Bhavati Chet. Here, whatever happens, everything happens, the moon in the sky. Pushkara means sky, Akasham. Here, Pushkara means Hrudayakasham, our mind. Hrutpundarikam, we say that. In our heart, own heart, Bhagavan gets reveals. Bhavati Chet, if it happens, why, if we have to have the previous lot of merits, and then Bhagavan appears himself, reveals himself in our own heart. Then what happens? Ananda Patho Nidhihi, gets the bliss, ocean of bliss, that happiness. There, the ocean, Samudram gets Chandra Kiranarato Paurnimanadu, the waves, tides are very high. With full moon day in the ocean, whatever we see the ocean, there the tides are very high. Everybody knows that. Here, whenever this our Shiva, Lord Shiva comes, Sudhamurti, he comes in our heart, reveals in our heart, Ananda Padho Nidhi, bliss of joy comes out in his heart, that seeker heart, individual's heart. So, Pragalbhyena Vijrumbhate, all of them without any doubt, outpouring, happiness outpours. In Sumanasam Vrittistada Jayate, Sumanasam, like before previously, Sumanasam, Dhirata, purified mind, purified intellect. Here Sumanasam means flowers. All those flowers get bloomed. That is why, for example, at night they are all buds. All the flowers are buds. Mokkalaga untai. Whenever, as soon as we wake up, everything blooms. So same way here, Sumanasam. Their flowers here, Sumanasam means purified intellect people. Whoever has the mind purified, intellect is purified with shastras, with punyam, prak punyachala, then Shiva, this ajayate, occurs. This reveals himself. They will see Shiva himself. They know that soham bhavana, shivoham, aham brahmasmi, aham shivaha, I am Shiva, saha aham, I am that Brahman, I am that self, I am that consciousness. That experience takes place. That's what you have seen in Kathopanishad, essence of Kathopanishad also. That experience takes place. So that's what it is. Vrittis tada jayate, occurs in the individual's heart. Each shloka takes us to the tattvam, essential nature. That's what who we are. Sat Chit Anandam, existence, consciousness, bliss. That's what our true nature. That's why who we are. So that's why Bhagavan is taking all the shlokas in giving that Chandrama example and here Shiva's example. That way, making the connection, we can make the connection very easily. And then we can remember whenever we see Chandrama. That is why even Saundarya Lahari, Shankaracharya has described as a Mother Parvati Mata or Lalita Parabhattarika as Chandrakala Swarupini. Chandrakala Swarupini. Everything is related to Chandrama. Here also Shiva, Lord Shiva, Saha Bhuma, with Mother. Why Brahma Vidya Swarupini? So this is what it is. Now I told you that Arjuna's question, we still have some time, perfect timing. Bhagavan plans. If we plan, it won't happen. Now let us see how the Bhagavan reveals. Bhagavan says, what Bhagavan says. Let us see. Arjuna asked the question. Let us see. 3rd chapter, 36th shloka. Why people do the sins? Why we do not have the aspiration for to do the punya? Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Oh Bhagavan, why people do lot of sins? As though somebody is propelling them to do the sins, as though somebody is pushing them from behind to do the sins, even though they do not want to do. Anichannapi, even though they do not want to. People do say that, I don't want to do this, but somehow I pushed into this. So that is why Varshneya means Lord Krishna. And then as those we are pushed into it, why people do the sins? That is the question. Because we need the prak punyachala. The punyam has to be like a mountain. Why are we doing this papa sins? That is the one question we are analyzing. Then only that analyzation means vicharana has to take place. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi always says vicharana, inquiry. You have to inquire everything. Even Swami Vivekananda also says inquiry. We are inquiring. Why are we doing these sins? Arjuna asked that question in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan answers beautifully about 7-8 shlokas, but we will see the essence of them. I will chant about 2-3 shlokas. Let us see. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, 37th shloka. Kama yesha krodha yeshaha rajo guna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidyena miha vairinam. Bhagavan gives answer. Kama yeshaha krodha yeshaha. 2 reasons. Why? Kamam and krodham. Kama means desires. Krodha means anger. Those are the 2 reasons people do sins. They are born out of rajogunam. Even Bhagavan says in 16th chapter later, Trividham narakasyedam Dvaram nashanam atmanaha kama krodhastadha lobha. All the direct gateways. Who tasmade tatrayam tyajet. Kama krodha lobha. Desires, anger and greed. 3 are direct gateways to the hell. There is no passport or there is no need to do sins. Direct gateways. Kama, krodha, lobham. That is, therefore, leave them. So that is why here also Bhagavan is saying Kama yeshaha, krodha yeshaha. And then not only they are born out of Rajogunam, they have Mahashano, they are very hungry. They will never get satisfied. Desire never gets satisfied. I will give you one example. If you take up a tissue box, what happens if you take up one tissue, another tissue is ready to be taken. Same way, desires are there. We are never says our desires are fulfilled. Once the desire gets fulfilled, another one pops up, another one pops up, another one. That's our always our nature. That's why, okay, let me come to USA, 2 suitcases. We got the job. We got only 1 bedroom apartment, 2 bedroom apartment, house, 4 bedroom, 6 bedroom, 10 bedroom, $100,000, 1 million. Now that's not enough. Like that, 1 sofa, 1 light, desires, our needs also, desires gets, that is why never get satisfied. That is why Mahashano, Mahapapma, they propel you to go to Papam, Mahapapma. That is why Bhagavan cautions, Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshabha. Whatever is not opposed to Dharma, those desires are good desires, I am in them. Attending to satsang is a desire too. Reading shastras, that is a desire. Buying scriptures, giving charity, that is a desire, but that is a good desire. There Bhagavan resides. Bhagavan stays in them. Then this is the basically desire and anger. And then 3 examples are given. Dhume na vriyate vahnihi yadhadarsho malena cha yadhelbena vruto garbha tadhateni damavrutam. 3 examples are how the fire gets covered up by the smoke. That is the first example. In the same way, knowledge gets covered up. That's why even though they have knowledge, that moment forgets, anger comes out. That moment we lie. That moment we do injustice. Even though we have knowledge, why the knowledge gets covered up? How the fire gets covered up by smoke. And second example is mirror gets covered up by dust. In the same way, knowledge gets covered up. And yadhelbho navrute garbha, that in the womb, embryo gets covered up by the amniotic fluid. In the same way, knowledge gets covered up. Bhagavan is giving 3 examples. And then all these kama, krodha, lobhas are in sense organs, mind and intellect. They need to get purified. Because once eye sees, we want it. One ear hears, then we want it. Tongue tastes it, we want it, that food. So that's why all these places. Then what is the solution? Bhagavan gives all of them systematically, methodologically, simple way, easily gives the message. He is the problem solver. Now the solution is given. 42nd shloka. Indriyani paranyahuhu indriyebhya param manaha manasastu para buddhihi yo buddhe paratastu saha. Indriyani paranyahu. All these sense organs are very great. Our great Mahatmas are saying. Why? Because of we are able to see everything, all the sense objects. This light, this pen, this everything, all the watch, gold, glasses, everything, all of you, everything we are seeing. Sense objects are great, but compared to that, all the indriya, sense organs are very great. Eyes, ears, all the sense organs, jnanendriyas, organs of knowledge, organs of action, they are great. Second one, indriyebhya paramanaha. compared to that, manas, mind is great, because mind has to be present there to grasp any knowledge. Then compared to mind, manasastu para buddhihi. Superior is buddhi, intellect. That's where our knowledge will take place. Nishchayatmika buddhihi, decisive power. As long until it is in the mind, it's oscillating here and there, do or don'ts, to do or not. Samshayatmaka, always doubting. Nishchayatmika buddhi. Sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha. Then compared to buddhi, even supreme to buddhi is that self, that our knowledge, that our self-consciousness. So that is why just stay tuned, stay connected to this self, and then act in this world. Then you will not attain any sins. You will have you are not bogged down by this kama, krodha, lobha, nothing. All of them will be gone. You are not affected by them. And act in the world. Then you acquire Prak Punyachala Margadarshita, Punyachala, that mountain of merits. Punyapakonda, we will all acquire. How to get rid of these sins, the process, and what are the reasons, we are seeing elaborately using the scriptures, using the Bhagavad Gita. Now, with this, we are going to chant this shloka, and may all of us acquire this Punya Achala, Kondapu Punyam, mountain of Punyam, by grace of the Lord Soma, Saha Uma, with Mother Parvati Mata. Prak Punyachala Margadarshita Sudha Murti Prasanna Shiva Soma Sadgana Sevito Mrugadharaha Purnastamo Mochakaha Chetaha Pushkara Lakshito Bhavati Chet Ananda Patho Nidhihi Pragalbhyena Vijrumbhate Sumanasam Vrittistada Jayate. May that Lord Uma's grace with Mother Parvati Mata, with Shiva, Soma, may we attain this mountain of Punyam, and may that Sudha Murtihi, may that Lord Shiva, Amruteshwarudu reveals in our heart, whoever is in our heart, and then we attain this absolute bliss, and may their grace, we all attain that self-knowledge, may all of us know who we are. With this, I'm going to conclude. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.